This demonstration we're going to look at creating a virtual machine template. Now the purpose of a virtual machine template is when I deploy virtual machines, what we can do is we can then use the templates to customize things like the guest operating system and also customize the hardware as well. So before I can create the template, what I really need to do is I really need to create these two different types of profiles. So what we'll do here is just under the library workspace here, what we're going to do is come up to profiles, and under profiles here we're just going to right click, and the first thing we're going to create here is a guest operating system profile. So this brings us into a little wizard. So what we'll do here is we'll just fill out the wizard. So on the general page here, what we've done is we'll call it Demo Guest Operating System, Demonstration Creating a Guest Operating System Profile. Compatibility is going to be Microsoft Windows. Let's just click on our Guest Operating System Profile tab. And within here, what we'll do is we'll just modify some of this information. So the first thing that we'll modify here is we'll just have a look at the Windows operating system. We're fairly happy with the fact that it's set to Windows Server 2012 R2 standard, but if we have a look down here we can see that we can specify quite a few different Windows operating systems. So actually what I'll do here is I'll specify this as the 64-bit edition of Windows Server 2012 standard edition. Then what we'll do here is we'll just modify the identity information. Now as it is here, if we leave it as star, it randomly generates computer names. So we're just going to modify this slightly. So we're going to call our machines WS 2012-core and then 01, 02, 03, 04 and so on. We'll come to our admin password, and what we'll do here is we'll just change this information as well. And we'll specify the password for the local administrator account. So put the password in. We can also change things like the product key, we can specify time zone, specify roles and features, specify a joint to active directory, specify some answer keys and some run once information as well. I'm not going to bother at this point here, I'm just going to select the OK button. So now what we've done here is we've now created our demo guest. The next thing we need to do is create a hardware profile. And the purpose of the hardware profile is to apply hardware to the virtual machine as it's created. Similar sort of thing, we'll just right click. And all we're going to do here is create a hardware profile. Again, it brings me into a wizard. So we're going to call this Demo HW Profile, demonstrating creating a hardware profile. We're going to do this for Generation 1 virtual machines. Then we'll just select our hardware profile button. And what we need to do is just fill out some of this information. So first things first, we're going to make this compatible with Hyper-V. We're just going to modify the memory, so let's just go for memory. Let's make this dynamic. Let's just specify our start memory to be 1024. And then what we'll do here is minimum memory 32 meg, let's make that 100. And then maximum memory, yeah, we're happy with the maximum memory, and we're happy with the buffer percentage as well. Right, we won't bother with the floppy or any of the COM ports. We won't bother with any of the ID devices here. What we will do though for our network adapter, let's connect that to our external network. And we're not going to bother with any of the other settings down here. So at this point here, we'll just select, after we've had a quick look down at all these, yep, we won't bother with any of those, we'll just select the OK button. And we've now created our hardware profile as well. Now we've created these profiles, the next thing we need to do here is just create a virtual machine template. We'll use these two profiles as we create our virtual machine. Right, so at the top here, just click on templates, click on our little drop down here, and we want to create a VM template. So what we'll do here, we'll right click and we'll create a VM template. What we're going to do here, we're going to use an existing VM template or virtual hard disk stored in the library. So we'll just click browse here. We're just going to go here at this point, we're just going to select our blank disk small.vhdx. Let's go with this one and select OK. We'll then select next. On the identity, we'll just fill out the wizard. So we're going to call this Demo VM template, and description is demonstration creating a VM template. We're going to go with Generation 1, select next. In the case of configure the hardware, what we're going to do is we're going to go with our demo hardware profile, select next. Then under the operating system, we're going to go with our demo guest operating system, and select our next button. With the application configuration at this point here, we'll just have a quick look through. As we can see this is bolded up here, so we'll select next. SQL, we're not going to bother with anything on there either, so select next, and then we will create our template. Okay, job's complete, so we'll just select close. There's our template. So if we have a look at the template, we can get some general information relating to the template. And if I right click and just go to the properties of the template, so what we've got here, we can see the general page, we've got our hardware configuration, we've got our operating system configuration. As we can see, information's filled in. Got the application configuration, SQL, custom properties. Under the settings page here, we can specify quota points. So if we are deploying virtual machines to self-service users, let's say we give the user 10 quota points, we might decide that this virtual machine is worth 2. On the dependencies, we can see it depends on the small.vhdx. Validation errors, hasn't found any. In the case of access here, self-service owner currently is a datum/administrator, but I could add additional users so they could create this through the self-service interface. And that's the end of this demonstration. Thanks very much.